big.
What do you mean?
Shoot, hold on. Actually, you need to go into here. Okay, we're gonna pop out.
Oh, we're actually live right now?
Yeah,
we're trying to figure this out?
We're actually live as I'm trying to figure this out.
Oh.
There's live chat. I'm gonna copy that. Can people hear us?
People are saying hello, so yay.
Oh, right. There's no pages. My
They
bad.
can hear us.
Excellent.
And I'll move that closer
Wonderful.
to me.
Wonderful. Hello. Sabah al-Fool. Your
My
boy
hair
is going to
feels-
be smelling like jasmine and rose from now on.
Oh, I can smell it from here.
And isn't it wonderful?
I am very...
Isn't it wonderful?
I'm very happy for you to have found something that you enjoy. Okay.
It's like I'm my own personal Bed Bath & Beyond. No, wait. The Body Shop? No, wait. Bath & Body Works.
That's the one you're
That's
thinking
the
of.
one. Thank you. And hello, Karis. I am now 45 years old. I don't know. I think I'm starting to look it.
Matej says, I am way out of sync. Am I out of sync?
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Maybe it's better now? Oh, I wonder if it had something to do with you changing, because you were changing some things, and maybe like playing with the settings sort of paused my video a second.
Yeah, it's like we're opening a whole bunch of stuff. It's all herkum jerkum over here. We were running a little late to we've been running a little late every day for like 2 weeks. We've been having a time.
Except for your birthday.
Yeah.
I got up early that day.
Yeah, it worked out very well. Okay. Let me refresh this.
What are we doing today, babe?
Oh, math, I guess.
Oh, because poll results are not necessarily as clear as you had hoped?
So that's... Oh.
Did you vote, Jonathan? If things are off, it's all because of that. Woo.
No, if I understand my percentages right, there is a clear winner.
It is, Karis. I got a set of dishes for Christmas from David's parents last year. And it came with plates, bowls, and mugs. And these are now like my favorite mugs to drink from. There's a nice big handle. They're nice and thick, and I really love them. They also hold more coffee than some standard mugs, which are slightly smaller. And so that makes them all the better for a coffee drinker. Wait, isn't this season 7? No, this is season 8.
Season 8.
Whoa, Christian, because Christian said I was just watching season 7 videos, and I was like,
Yeah.
where are we now? Like, I am, whew, my brain is in a good place, babe. I'm ready. I'm ready to con some langs.
Whitmawad. Like that. Yeah, I did. Yeah, you were like full screen for a little bit.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
I'd apologize, but I like it. FSJ, full screen Jesse.
Is that my new initial?
Do we want to do the poll real quick? I mean, pretty
Yeah.
straightforward, actually.
Can someone note that we're doing the poll at 2:07?
Yeah. I know what. I'm just gonna
Super early for us.
move this right there. Yeah, that's about right. Uh, yeah, Hivalta. By the way, found out what happy birthday was. It was or birthday. Syntama paiva.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. I Syntama paiva. Because it's paiva, right? It's not paiva. Wait, is it?
It's
No,
after
it is.
the
Yeah.
V.
Yeah, Syntama paiva.
Okay.
So that's birthday.
I believe you.
That's birthday. Because Ilona, she wished me one.
Ooh, nice.
So I think Hiva Syntama paiva. There we go.
You also got some more incredible artwork.
Oh, I sure did. Oh gosh, you're right. I want to show that.
We'll do the poll first. We're right here.
Okay, everybody, settle down. You want your pull, you're gonna get your pull. All right, everybody, come on, no, enough of that. Anyway, so we discovered that. Honestly, I don't even know why this eventuated the way it did. Oh, I know why it eventuated the way it did. Yes, so we decided to institute this sound change where S and Z become sh and ja before na. And we were asking ourselves, well, what about before syllabic ng? Because that occurs several times. Every other place that it happens before velars, they're non-syllabic. And so the question was, are syllabic velar nasals going to be more velar or more vowel? You know, are they going to be more velar consonant or just more vocalic nucleus? And we went through all the scenarios. We thought it was going to be a much bigger deal during the stream. Turns out it was really only one spot that it ever occurred. And it was these affricates, ts and z, before syllabic ng. And so the question was, are they going to be just ts and z, or are they going to be ch and ja? That was it. Very simple poll. The examples are here. So A, for example, if we were going to do no change, then a protoform like atsnda would become atsnda, like that. Whereas ans, that's right, ansnda would become odznda. All right? So that's if we didn't do anything. If we did have the spirantization happening, then atsnda would become achngda, and anznda would become ojngda. That's it. All right, so we put it to a vote, and this was, it was clear. It just took me a second to do the math. Because basically the confidant poll, one of them was winning. The consultant poll, it was tied. And the conspirator poll, the other one was winning.
Oh, my.
Yeah. And so, but once you actually did the math of it, there was a clear winner by, I believe, 2 votes.
Okay.
2 votes. Otherwise, these were neck and neck. And the winner was the spirantization. So, achanda and ojnda.
Nice.
So we just got to throw that
Into
the G now, into the urg, the urg.
I'm going to do that before you get going in Luxurgy. So that way it's part of that rule that I had just added.
Will be part of our world.
I got to find it first. Here we go.
So yeah, by the way, in America, metadata has only one pronunciation. It's completely uncontroversial, but it strikes Ilona as so funny. Our pronunciation of metadata. Oh, also my tidbit. It's having a little pause. because it's 2:12, but it says it's 2:03 over there.
Oh.
I gotta give it an unplug and a replug. And then I will be right back. So Jesse, you got it.
Well, I'm defining some symbols so that way it treats them.
Okay, there we go.
But I'm also trying to figure out, they would no longer be prenasalized at this stage. Is that correct? David has left me and is no help. So now I need to sign into Patreon to look at the examples. To basically make sure I'm not ruining what system we had set up. No, that loses ejectivity anyway. So even if it's still technically an ejective, it should come out the way we want, except it doesn't. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh, man, still feels like my right leg has been jerked out of its socket. Oh, it's been feeling like
Well,
this.
don't do anything yet. I need you to talk because I don't understand why this isn't
Well,
working.
let's look at the rules. Let's look at the rules because it should just be a slight modification to one rule.
Should, and yet.
Spirant assimilation. Just delete the exclamation point syllabic. That's it. You see what I'm talking about?
But we didn't want it. Why did we put that in there?
So that it wouldn't change before ingma, but now we're having it change before ingma. Syllabic ingma. So yeah, just delete that and we should be done.
It's not changing.
What do you mean?
It's not changing. Like, I don't know what to tell you other than it's not doing the j. It's staying z and it's staying ts.
Well, here, let me wait till it cycles through and I can try it on my end. Actually, I don't need to do that. I can just do that here. So delete that and okay. Well, let's just give it a look-ski. Boop, 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 boo. Oh, that's because
It needs to not be velar. It's not velar yet. We put this rule in the wrong place.
Wow. That it velars at the very end?
Which means we need it to be after that. So whatever spirantization you wanted, it needs to be after everything else.
Damn it. Okay. Never mind. Ow! It didn't really hurt. I was just upset by the loud noise. Sorry.
But now we get, moving it caused an error in a different form.
Okay.
Is it just velar nasal?
No. Should be velar everything.
So in front of a ch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure we talked about that last time in the stream, liking ashcha.
But we want it to be achcha. Is that correct?
If it occurs, I thought that it was going to be changing to S before that.
Affricate simplification is now the problem. I think we need to say it's not before velar, it needs to be before. Where was it before? It was after glottal consonant annihilation?
What, affricate simplification?
No, the rule that I'm trying to do, this palatalization, where did it occur?
It was, oh, where was it?
So
It was after
20
spirant devoicing.
All right, so I'm going to put it there, but it needs to occur before a velar or before, are the nasals pulled down at this point,
Yeah.
or before syllabic. Ashkie ojingda. Okay, it needed to be before a velar or before a syllabic because they're not velar yet.
Okay.
So
So that
it's
makes,
not velarization that's causing it, which no longer makes sense.
okay, so that makes it work, but that's not what we were wanting to do. We want basically sa and za to become sha and ja across the board before velars.
Yes, they do.
And not before non-velar syllabic nasals.
Okay, so all I can say is now we have to write two rules that happen at different times, and if you don't like that, then we need to take this rule away.
Why is that?
Because I can't get tsa and za going to ch and ja before a non-syllabic velar, which was getting us the results that we wanted. I can get it before a velar, but no syllabic nasals are velar at this point.
Yeah.
And so velar
we
is
just-
doing nothing.
Yeah, we just need to put it at the end.
And if we do that, it breaks it and it becomes ashchie. It doesn't become ashchie because the kx is simplifying to x, which then kx goes to xx. And so you're getting ashchie, not ashchie. And so like it's not working because of the affricate simplification coming before.
That shouldn't be happening.
And yet it does. Let me move the rule and you can see for yourself.
Is it treating TS as some sort of like...
Atzchi can't work because it becomes aschie. Aschie.
Oh yeah, that's wrong. Because S is a fricative.
Okay.
So the kha should be coming kha.
The kh is becoming kh, but then for whatever reason, it's becoming kh.
Because it's not treating the S in the affricate as a fricative. It's treating affricates as something different.
You saying that to me isn't helping me.
All right. How do you say and? So like do this thing after this and that?
Then, like,
Just add affricate.
where? There's a lot of places I can add affricate.
Affricate simplification, the very first thing after that. It needs to be coming that after a fricative and an affricate.
It's still not working.
Is affricate a thing in this?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, it should be working then.
But it doesn't matter because it's already an S when this would happen.
Is S not treated as a fricative?
I don't know. Can you just do things? Because I need to stare at this for a long time to be able to tell you what's happening.
Oh, I know what's happening, and it turns out I'm right. S and Z aren't defined in this. So like if you go up to the symbol list, there's no S and Z. So it doesn't know S and Z are fricatives.
Because they were ejectives.
Well, they were part of affricates. But yeah, if you just add S and Z, it should be fine.
I would still feel better if you were talking and doing things.
All right. I mean, this isn't a big deal, is it?
That we have dead air while I'm staring at Lexergy?
No, but I mean, you know, this is just a small thing. We're just figuring it out. Because, you know, we never had S and Z at the beginning of the language, so there wasn't really a reason to define them. We didn't know if we were going to end up needing them, but then we did.
Now, was it supposed to do... Why didn't we write affricate in the first place for the KX to X? Why, like, was that something we didn't want to have happen? Or is that something that no matter what, it wasn't going to happen, and so we don't need the affricate there?
It wasn't going to happen, so we didn't need it.
Okay.
And also, technically, an affricate is a stop plus a fricative, and so really, it's what's relevant is it's happening after a fricative.
But it's defined as a symbol.
Yeah, I know.
Which means it's going to treat it as a together unit, so it won't see TS as a fricative.
Yeah. But as you saw, that sequence doesn't even occur because it's already S by that point. Yeah.
Okay.
It still would be nice if there were some, just, you know, there was just a resource somewhere hosted somewhere where it's like, hey, if you just want all the IPA characters defined for Lexergy, here they are. You can copy and paste. It won't work for everything because it's like for some languages, like who just said this? Jonathan. Sometimes it makes sense for your language to define like sh and ja as palatal as opposed to alveopalatal or post-alveolar or something like that. You know, sometimes essentially the definitions you need aren't phonetic. They work only within the context of that system, and so it won't work. But it still would be handy. You could have several of them, you know.
Can you update your Lexergy page?
Yeah. Oh, there, it just updated.
Okay. Because there shouldn't be an error anymore.
Yeah. That's looking good. I spent some quality time with dear sweet little Roman yesterday.
And now he's dying.
And now I'm dying.
Which is why I honestly don't want you to spend more time with him tonight.
Yeah. But he's a good little boy. Such a sweet cat. He only wants to give and receive love. That's it. All right. Well, honey, we did it. So that's it. We should be set now. We can get back to Lang in some time.
No, Roman is good. David is dying from having spent time with Roman.
Yeah.
Which is why he keeps leaving me, and I'm having an hour of need kind of day, and he keeps leaving me.
I know.
And so it is not a good combination, so I resent the allergies caused. Okay.
Okay. Last time for a little bit.
Oh, last time.
Last
You
time for a little bit.
You sneezy person. You know that's not the last time. So we're looking at examples, which I think doing No, doing this, we weren't worried about how it changed the roots. We were only worried about giving examples to show different forms of the class suffixes. And so I don't think we actually need to add more examples. I think we're set. We've got la, nda, ra for the night class nouns, and I think that's all the forms that it's going to take. Day class has more variation, but they're always ye, and it just kind of comes out as some different ways. So, right, the X means something that's not a velar fricative. Right. Okay. Oh, and we have notes because we made more nouns than appear because we didn't need, like, we didn't need to include the word for dragonfly because we already have a ra ending.
Yeah.
And so that wasn't helpful. Now, it was ra and not the D, right? That made it, like, do we need DRA to be included?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That D is just the final R becomes a D before an R. And so the D is,
So it's a normal
yeah, D is part
change.
of the root. Yeah, the thing that we really needed is the part at the end that never changes, and I think that we got everything for the night class endings and the day class endings.
Yeah.
And X, as a reminder, is a click, whereas Ch is a fricative. And also KH is a geminate. Wow, we got 3 in a row there, huh? Mbachie. Is that still the case after we did our sound changes? Let me take a gander at that just to double check. Okay.
Ooh, Danielle is here.
The Danielle?
Yeah.
Dragonfly Danielle?
Dragonfly or dandelion?
Dandelion. Sorry, they're similar. Okay, we're now getting an error. And it is because nope, syllable pattern starts with X, can continue with X. Okay, let's. So yeah, we're getting a Barkey error. And it doesn't change if I delete the space. All of these segments are defined and written. There's no apostrophe or R errors, so let's see where the error she comes in. It doesn't like the R ch.
Which, fair. I don't like it either.
Yeah.
But that was.
It was something that worked, and now it doesn't.
Are you sure it worked?
Yeah, because
what we changed should have nothing to do with that.
In
Because
theory,
the problem is that KX goes to XX. And I just need to say that a syllable can start with XX.
well, no, it worked before because we added that rule last stream, and I put this form in before we did that rule.
The KX?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And this is why, because when I looked at it, I didn't like that it was K, and I really didn't like that it was R, K, and also that in all of our romanizations, whenever it's like stop, H, that's a geminate fricative, not an affricate.
Okay, so
yeah.
I need to rewrite.
Well, not like, I mean, we need to figure out what we want to do there. Because, like, ultimately, I guess this is just getting to a point where KX becomes X after a consonant. Otherwise, it's going to become the geminate.
I mean, I don't think that's a problem. It makes sense.
Yeah. And it is a little simpler.
Although I don't redefine syllables, so I'm
Um,
actually not understanding why it's a problem, because the syllables say it can be a consonant followed by a fricative. And this is, no, it can only be a nasal followed by a fricative. So it's either a consonant or a nasal followed by one of these things.
yeah. The
It doesn't like geminates at all.
and right now the geminate is in onset position. And when it tries to syllabify it, it's like you can't start a syllable with a geminate X, and I agree. There's only one thing I would like to just float out there. Do we want to allow nasal KX?
Well, what do you mean?
So like banquier just ends up surfacing as banquier, since often you have epenthetic stops inserted between a nasal and a fricative anyway.
Would that not be written as KKH, therefore being a geminate all over again, and therefore leading to the problem that we had in the first place?
No. What we would say is KX goes to KX after a nasal. Boop. Then the KX goes to X after a consonant. How do I write that? Do I do like a...
Why would KX go to KX, babe? Like, KX is already KX.
Oh, right, because if we put consonant... Okay, so we need to put after a consonant, but not a nasal. That's it. Okay, how do I write a consonant?
So in square brackets, put CONS and then space and then exclamation point nasal.
All right, let's see if that boils the biscuits. Oh, now we get double errors.
No. You can't close the square brackets till after nasal.
Oh,
Space. Yeah.
how about that? Look at that. Okay. And now let's try changing that to an N.
But it's going to give you an error because you can't have...
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, it changes to a click.
Yeah, it probably does that earlier, so...
So this is all moot.
Yeah, it is. So we could just put after a consonant. Let me double check. Yep, still a click there. And still a barrier there. Yep. Let's see what kind of other funky things happen. Oh. Well, I guess we didn't consider that. Do we have to broaden our devoicing rule? Barrier. Huh. Huh. We have spirant devoicing. What happened if we did stop devoicing? Or it essentially would become obstruent devoicing.
I mean, you can try it and find out.
Can I do a whole row of these things? Like with...
If it's do sonority 1 devoicing class at sonority 1.
Oh, without the brackets?
no brackets.
Okay, so sonority 1 goes to...
No, sonority, like type it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, sonority?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm waiting until I see what... One.
1.
God, the delay is killing me. I wish I could see your screen. Okay. Goes to, and then do square brackets voiceless. Now, what may die is I don't know what is technically still nasalized and etc. So I don't know if certain things have to be defined. I'm student. So waiting to see if there's errors.
No errors, but it's not working.
The glomming has happened. These should be defined as voiceless. KX is a voiceless. I've got it in both the ejective and non-ejective forms. I've also got the X as a voiceless. I don't know.
Okay, let me just check to make sure it's not like the...
Oh.
Yeah?
Don't do anything.
You got it.
Oh, wait. Sorry, shit. I'm changing the background stuff, so you're going to lose.
Go ahead. It's okay.
Okay, do you want me to just go ahead and change that rule since I'm messing around with things anyway?
Hells yeah. By the way, if Miles is watching, I don't know because I don't have the chat pulled up. I got a hug for you, Miles.
All right, what was the form you were testing?
Oh, in Mbud Kie.
Okay, this pulls up an error. Something that no pattern because I needed to change the consonant. I hadn't changed that because you were doing that on your end. Yeah. Okay, let's apply again. Okay, now try it. So now update and try. And make sure nothing else got mucked about that you don't expect. Because I needed to add to sonority 1 the non-prenasalized voiced stops because they, aren't there until later. But that shouldn't change anything because there won't be a D until later. So it should all be good.
All right. Mbotrie. This is really cool because I'm going to put in 2 forms here. And I'm going to put them right to the top so that everybody can see what's going on. And put some equally signs in between. So we've got 2 forms here, mband and mbat. These are protoforms. Same suffix. And check it out. We get the T for both, but for one, the vowel is O and the other the vowel is A. Otherwise, everything else is the same. And that is because the pre-nasalized form of the D causes funkiness with the vowel, and then it ends up being just a regular D, and then it devoices.
That is actually cool. So,
Jesse, we did something cool.
Well, let's have a Kopiko.
Woo!
I need it.
In our new Kopiko cup.
Pretty sure you showed that last week.
I'm going to show it again because it is celebrating one of my favorite humans, David Bowie. All right. Ta-da.
Thank you. Now, I may pull back my mic while I'm eating my Kopiko just so that way I'd rather speak quieter but not have...
Do we cheers with the thing on?
Yeah.
Cheers.
And so I'm going to just kind of do that for a hot second while
I'm just unwrapping it under the table, hoping...
Well, I do that too.
Yeah, hoping that...
But it's the eating noises that I don't want to be amplified. I'm used to having the microphone further from me when I'm eating.
Kopiko, when your chompification needs to be amplified.
Karis appreciated the close-up of your nostrils.
Right on.
Okay.
Is that not safe for work, Patrick? I can't tell. Patrick, is that you with the NF9ZF after it?
Yeah. Patrick has had that for months now.
And hasn't changed it? What's wrong with him?
Because that would take work to have to go in and change usernames, and
What's
I
he doing right
appreciate-
now?
Listen, I appreciate not wanting to change it. Same Magpie. I totally prefer classic.
Patrick says he's working. I don't know if I believe that. Hey, it's our own Madeline James. Kind of a cool thing, fun thing. I don't know if people know this, but Madeline James is hosting a conference in Dublin, June 6th, called SpecCon. It's a world building conference, very relevant to those who are interested in the types of things that we do. We will be speaking there, Artifexian, Biblaridian, Jake from Let's Have a Booba, World Building Pasta, and tickets are on sale. You go to speccon.org, you will see us there.
Karis just linked it.
Thank you, Karis. Karis is able to link that because Karis is a mod. That's short for moderator. You know, several of our viewers are moderators, come to think of it. Gosh, you know who isn't?
You're just rubbing it in.
Danielle. That seems like a mistake.
Well, ask Danielle if such labels are wanted before doing that.
Danielle, would you like a blue title as an official moderator? I think that Danielle might have two different accounts, and that another one might actually be a moderator.
Oh, salary. Woo! Danielle's hitting with the hard questions.
We'll bring you a little bit of salt to SpecCon.
Salt or Copico?
I mean, she asked about the salary.
Oh my God, David, the salary.
And be sure not to miss Let's Have a Booba every Tuesday at 1:30, or the latest Conlang refund Saturdays at 6 a.m. Tongues and Runes, and over at Madeline James World Builds, her stream with Jake, as they make more conlangs for Pillar World. Noon on Mondays, all of East times Pacific, which everyone would assume automatically. Okay. So we already did a whole poll about noun function. We just didn't write it down yet. Or at least not here. We've got a table somewhere that illustrates the combinations that are relevant. Not
Okay.
those here.
The singulative, the orange.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull this table up just for a little bit. Core, non-core is go, locative genitive is hang, so go and hang. Oh, I need to update the sound changes, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a sec.
And it's not any affricate.
I know.
Jonathan, was Monkey Coffee a completion of Madeline's sentence? Because if so, I think that's kind of perfect. A dream dimension within Pillar World that is Monkey Coffee. No, it wasn't. Never mind. It should be, though. Oh, it's cappuccino. Nice.
Danielle says she prefers the cappuccino Copico because they're a touch salty. I don't know if I noticed that. They're lovely, though.
You know you can get them.
I know.
It's just I preferred these.
I know. No, Jesse prefers the hardcore
Oh, I do.
Copico.
Oh, I can have one of those after the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can pull this back up.
So, by the way, do we have to put? Yeah, we have to put Spirant assimilation last. Okay.
What do you mean last?
In sound changes. No.
Yeah, for the Velar. But shouldn't. What did we call the assimilation? Oh, devoicing. That needs to make sure because it was just S and Z devoicing.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to become obstruent devoicing. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah. And what is an obstruent?
A stop.
It's a stop plus a fricative.
Stop, affricate.
Yeah.
We just have stops and affricates. We didn't include.
Well, I mean the fricatives devoice too.
At this stage, we don't have regular fricatives except for H.
We do have S and Z, don't we?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Which means I need to add them then, if that is the case.
You shouldn't because it's just working. The original, before I changed it, the only thing it said was Z goes to S. That's it.
But Z isn't listed as one of the sonorities.
Oh, it should be.
That's what I just said. I need to add it.
So we actually.
And you said, no, I don't.
Dang, we undid our rule. Okay, yeah, that needs to be in there.
Okay, update Lexergy and try again.
Okay. Okay, obstruent voicing is. Somebody said in here, what is. How do we define obstruents?
I mean, it's just the stops and fricatives and affricates. Like, it's basically anything that's not nasal or approximate or trill or flap.
Minus nasal, minus approximate. There we go. Stops, fricatives, and affricates devoice before voiceless things. Okay. And then, yeah, that works.
Oh, were you checking on Lexergy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's not a concern. Is there anything that starts off as voiced? No, because that's prenasalized. The only voice things that are obstruents are prenasalized in the protoform, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't have to worry about them. Good, 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 good. Okay. Okay, so I think we've got that sorted. That wasn't very good. See it, say it, sorted. All right.
Okay, so let's go back to that noun function section.
Noun function. Okay. And we're kind of close to the point where we can start thinking about what we want to call this language. Okay. LangTime nouns co-occur with two case-like prepositions. These prepositions have various associations depending on the constructions they occur in. The two prepositions are in their unmodified forms. How do you even say that? What conditions this allomorphy? Does the angma just drop off? Like, is it after, or does the angma only occur after a vowel? What conditions that? Or no, maybe the do only occurs after a vowel? I can't remember. Does it also cause a change in the previous vowel? Shoot. Oh, you don't remember?
Just a second. Do these go together? Or yeah, okay, so they go together. Okay, okay. It looks like it depends on whether a vowel occurs before it. So like if you had something ending in a vowel followed by this, you're going to get ndu if it's before a consonant. But if you have something that ends in a consonant, you're just going to get du.
That doesn't make sense, though. So, like, if it ends in a T, it's going to be do?
I mean, it's not glommed on. It's just like it drops the.
Hang on a sec. That don't seem right.
Ooh, Aaron is here.
Our Olympic rower?
Mm-hmm. Did we give examples?
No, we only gave examples with things that come after it. And unfortunately, that alternation is quite clear.
And these are all before the noun, right?
Yeah. And so you can see that some of these change their tone depending on the tone that comes before it, but it's specifically this locative one. Like it couldn't show up as a D on its own unless it was coming after something.
As you're working on that, I do just want to point out, Aaron, you're much more you're much closer to being Olympic than David or I will ever be in
That's
our
true.
lives. And therefore, in our heads, you feel like the most Olympic person I know personally.
It's like, for example, if we're talking about, the Welsh Olympic rowing team, obviously you're closer than we are since we're not Welsh. But if you're just talking about any Olympic rowing team, you're still much closer than we are.
If you're talking about any Olympic team, let's take out the
Yeah.
rowing.
Any
Aaron
Olympic
is
team.
closer than we will ever be.
Or take out the Olympic, closer to being on a rowing team.
Unless they make conlanging the sport of, like the demonstrative sport. What do they call those? Where it's like the
Exhibition. Jake got in
exhibition.
slightly before you. They said when doubles conlanging becomes an Olympic sport, you'd get gold for the U.S.
Yeah, let's have
That's
a booba gets
true.
disqualified because they're U.S. and English, and it's gonna break the whole system.
What is that? Think about it for all doubles sports, like especially ones that are doubles that also have a highly individualistic component to them. I'm thinking of something like tennis.
Or beach volleyball.
Right. Like, what if you just enjoy, like, you just have a friend who's in a different country and you really like playing volleyball together and you make a very good team? You couldn't do that. You just couldn't do it. It's totally against the rules.
For the Olympics, I think it is.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, hockey players can't play with their teams that they play with professionally.
Yeah.
Whenever they're, like, representing them in the Olympics, they're
Sure.
playing with a different team.
And I don't know, for me that makes sense because it's like, any of
But
these.
a double is a team sport.
I know, but like any of these sports where there's like 10 or more people on a team, even 5 or more people, it's really
What about 3?
it's really the doubles sports that also have an individual component. Think about ping pong, for example, or table tennis. I don't know why it really it trips me up.
Did they have doubles ping pong? I thought that was an individual.
I don't see why not.
Man, wouldn't you just run into each other? Because the Olympic
Haven't you
ping
ever,
pong players are like
haven't you ever played
all over
table
the
tennis?
place.
Like doubles table tennis?
Yeah, because I can't hit what comes on my side of the board, so it makes sense for me. But for an Olympian,
it's just
they
like
have the
tennis.
whole thing covered.
It's just like tennis. You just trade off.
It is not just like tennis because tennis is a much bigger court.
Wow, table tennis has been in the Olympics only since 1988. Also, one of those games where it doesn't make sense that it has to be a summer sport.
No,
It's indoors,
Yeah.
so like,
it could literally be any.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely doubles, Miles is saying.
Yeah.
It's just those Olympians move so fast at such great speeds at table tennis. I can't imagine coordinating my movements with the other person without just smack dab running into them.
Honestly, that's part of the challenge and part of what makes a good team or a bad team, right? Like, you have to get out of the way of your opponent. Same thing with, like, beach volleyball, where, like, not team volleyball, but the ones where each player could conceivably be anywhere on the
It's
court.
still more of a space, though, whereas table tennis is such a confined space where the ball could hit.
Yeah,
Like, that's what blows my mind. Anyway,
yeah. Sorry, now I'm just looking at results for table tennis.
oh, and Miles, what happens if the horse is not from the country of origin as the person riding the horse? Do they get disqualified because the horse is a different country?
What if the horse naturalizes and becomes a citizen?
Well, we'd have to see if they would say nay to that.
You did it, Jesse. You won the stream. Oh, man. Denmark has won a bronze in table tennis, and that's their only medal. for table tennis.
Oh, you stopped, and I was like, how is that Denmark's only medal? Period.
Yeah,
But no, you mean in table tennis. Okay.
man. And then China just dominant, 37 golds. After them, South Korea with 3, and then Japan and Sweden each have 1. Woo! Yeah. Honestly, respect. I really enjoy watching table tennis. I enjoy playing it too.
The Danish really are lovely, and they are being lovely in the face of some very unlovely things happening, and they are just being stand up. And I just want to express my love for Denmark right now. And I started following on Instagram the Denmark and the ambassadors official Instagram account here in the U.S. Because they are getting some love. Like people have been putting flowers outside their embassy and things like that.
That's nice.
And so that's lovely.
Okay.
But yeah, if Denmark wanted to go ahead and, there was the kind of jokey thing going around that hundreds of thousands of Danish citizens have signed a petition to take control of California. And quite frankly, I think California is saying, all right, let's make this happen.
Yeah.
I know I wouldn't mind.
Incidentally, I think so. Scandinavia versus the world. Their characterization of Denmark is spot on. They really are just kind of cool. Anybody do whatever, party crowd. I love it. It felt like when we were in Denmark, it was just a constant party. It was fun.
Must be Solvang. Is there a Solvang, California?
Yeah.
That is perfect. All right. Yeah, that's our new Danish capital in California.
Is there a
Miles made it so.
Is there a non-California Solvang?
I've never heard of Solvang, period. And so
Oh.
Miles said capital city of Danish California must be Solvang. And now I agree, now that I know there's a city called that.
All right. Well, let's try to figure out this.
What's the
issue.
California name in Danish? Ooh, I need to find this. Sissel Languages says there's a Danish woman on Instagram who has renamed all U.S. states in Danish. And so now I need to find.
I assume that it'd just be spelled like California, but it'll probably just be pronounced yeah.
All right, David, what are we?
Yeah.
We're trying to figure this out, huh?
Oh, that's interesting. What on earth?
Oh, thank you, Kobe.
What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Like,
Ooh, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Sissel Languages says it's Kalundborg. Now, how would that be pronounced in Danish? Kalundborg?
Kaibel? Kaibel?
Another thing I can think, David, is I don't know if it was meant to be like clause initial. Some sort of, it gets.
I mean, this is the locative one. Pretty rare that it would be clause initial, but
You would think.
no, this was something that it came after. It could have been a post hoc one. Because after all, is syllabic. And so maybe it is a little awkward to say like, mbagdu, mbagdu, maybe it was supposed to be mbadu. So like but it's like, it's not like you ignore all the sound changes. It's just like this drops the angma after a vowel. I think that's got to be the case.
It drops the angma after a vowel. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's actually backwards from what I had said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we need to write that.
Yeah, that's going to be a part of
Okay.
the write-up of this noun function section. Okay. So let me beep that. Okay. And they're unmodified words. Use of non-query. Me. Okay. All right. Let's start with the easy stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Each of these occurs in a series of modified forms depending on what precedes them, what follows them, and just a second, and what articles they co-occur with. Because like we haven't introduced articles yet, we have to at some point.
Introduce articles.
Yeah, and when I say articles,
You mean who?
I mean
But with different forms.
I mean the one article.
Literally, because it's a singulative.
Ah! Follows them, and so I need to change this, and whether or not they co-occur with the singulative article. Oh,
I would say the article should be before noun function. So
yeah, probably.
they don't necessarily inflect. We've got night class, we've got day class, and oh, by the way, there's a singulative
Yes.
marker.
Yes, it is agreed. Allow me to copy. All right. Also, I feel like it's important to let everybody know that we are absolutely watching Heated Rivalry. Not finished yet. Mm-hmm. We are 4 episodes in. We've
It's
seen
halfway, right?
No, 4 out of the 6. Like we're
Oh
almost
my
done.
gosh! Like,
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it's only 6 episodes. Somebody can let me know if that's not the case.
God, does Kip get more space time? Like, I'm really worried about Kip. I want to know about Kip almost more than some of the hockey players.
Yeah.
So I hope Kip gets more time in episodes 5 and 6.
Honestly, that so far, like that one episode is what elevates it to, this is fun to like, wow, this is pretty darn good,
I agree. Episode 3 pushed it over the top for me because episodes 1 and 2 were good.
Mm-hmm.
But like episode 3, I was like, I'm invested.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's Kip.
Mm-hmm.
I love Kip.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, there is. I mused about, by the way, why it is that hockey in particular as a sport is what has captured the imagination of fanfic, because it really has, more than any other sport. Like, just absolutely drowns out, basketball, hockey, football, anything.
You said that wrong, but
Basketball, soccer,
there you go.
Football.
Because hockey drowns out hockey.
It sure does.
Woo! Just drowns it out.
Yep.
Jake says it's the big sticks, isn't it?
And Yuri on Ice was absolutely not the original Heated Rivalry. I don't know. It may have inspired like that author, but no, hockey goes well before Yuri on Ice.
In terms of fanfic?
Yeah. It was way before that. Yeah, Yuri on Ice is 2016. Get out of here. Get out of here. That was the first. No. It was before that. Well before that. Mm-mm. Yeah. Okay. Just checking. You don't speak the old magic to me. I've been on Tumblr since 2012. And I was on LiveJournal before that. Okay. There is also a singulative article. Oh. And then let's from 1
Oh, Juno does world building asks, do any of you ever watch something exclusively because David and or Jesse made a language for it? I gotta say, there are shows that we watch exclusively because we worked on them. And before I was working with David, there were definitely shows I watched exclusively because David had created languages. However, I didn't finish them all. I only kept going if I liked it. And
Yeah.
so Emerald City, Defiance, these are shows that the only reason I started watching them was because I knew that David had worked on them. But then I enjoyed it and, watched the whole thing. Whereas I struggled with enjoying certain aspects of Game of Thrones because of my own gore factor that I can handle. And it's a show that I would have needed someone to watch with me. The same is actually true of House of the Dragon, but I have David to watch it with me so I can close my eyes and David can tell me what I missed. I didn't have that for Game of Thrones, and so I couldn't make it.
I think there are a minority of things that I worked on that I would have watched had I not had any connection to them. But there is at least one thing that I wouldn't have watched that that I was grateful to have watched, and that was Penny Dreadful. Amazing show.
Oh, and I had watched it because you had recommended it, and I'm so glad that I did watch it with you because I really enjoyed that one. I forgot about that one.
On its own, a noun is underspecified for number, meaning that a bare noun can be interpreted as singular or plural, mass or count, using the singulative article forces a singular count interpretation. It is not required, but it is helpful sometimes.
Mateus, did you leave out the detail that both David and I at different times during that screening of Dune 2 fell asleep because we were so jet lagged when we went into a dark theater?
Yeah.
In the evening. We were both so tired.
Yeah.
So there were times where I was like, I knew David was asleep sometimes. And then there were times when I closed my eyes for more than a hot second. And I was just like, I'm trying so hard to stay awake, but I am so jet lagged.
Each of us woke the other up.
Yeah.
At times. And an important note, this wasn't the first time we'd seen the movie in the theater. This was the second time.
It was definitely our second time seeing it. So it wasn't a new screening for us.
Yeah. This is just the thing that we were at. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was definitely a thing of like, it didn't start showing until late in the evening. Mm-hmm. So we had already been up and at it all day because we had to be up earlier than normal to do the events they had planned for us. And so we were already like, and it was our first full day in the Netherlands. So we were struggling with getting our systems on the right time schedule. And it was a very warm and dark theater. Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunate, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think
it was a great trip. Like we got into the swing of it after that.
Yeah, no, it was really great. It was just that was our first full day, and it was a nighttime viewing after our first full day. Mm-hmm. But no, it was. I feel like I caught most of the scenes with our work, and I know I secretly filmed one of them because there's a line where I was like, I need this on video for later analysis. And so, yeah, it was, I think we both sort of elbowed each other when it was time for our stuff to be on. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, and I don't think we ever fell asleep at the same time. I feel like we took shifts of like, and by sleeping, I mean like a sort of 5-minute power nap. Yeah. But it was, whew. Yeah, we were very happy to be there with Mateus. I was very happy that David was in between me and Mateus, so Mateus didn't notice when I fell asleep. I didn't. I just told on myself now, but at the time, I think Mateus only noticed that David fell asleep.
Oh yeah, Night of the Seven Kingdoms is now showing. We're of course caught up with only one episode so far. I can tell you that there's no Valyrian in it, but I can't tell you that there's nothing in it.
Yeah,
So keep watching.
I indeed was also charmed by the good Sir Dunk,
Mm-hmm.
and then Egg is so cute,
Yeah.
and so I'm excited to see Dunk and Egg move forward. Also, the actor who plays Egg, if you go online and look at his little like professional photo, mop of blonde hair, looks like just the cutest kid, and it's yeah.
Nice.
There are people called Dunk and Egg. Yes.
By the way, Dunk is short for Duncan, and Egg is short for Aegon.
But they spell them,
Well, it's because that's what people actually call him, you know.
yeah, Dunk and Egg. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I could go for some eggs right now. Scrambled eggs.
Never had that feeling in my entire life.
The breakfast bros.
Okay.
You know, Magpie, what's funny is every time we talked about the show, I kept calling it the Dunk Show. Like in my head, it was like Dunk was the key star. And so at one point, David, I think it must have been earlier this week, David was like, you know, we should watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I had no clue what he was talking about. I was like, what do you mean? Like, is there a new show? And he kind of looked at me and he's like, you know, we have talked about this before. And then it occurred to me, I was like, oh, you mean Dunk? You mean the show with Dunk? Absolutely. I agree, Magpie. It should have been called Adventures of Dunk and Egg. And 100% would remember that title. Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I now know it, but yeah, the value of its name recognition was not as good as Dunk and Egg.
Cockroach. That's that. Oh. Okay. I'll need to come back to that. But let's see.
Well, welcome, Karis, to the discussion. Now that you're in the loop, there's a new show. It's on HBO Max, which has gone back to using its HBO half of its name. I think officially. Hey, Sister Languages, that was actually, we were watching the Dunk and Egg show first, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And since we were already in HBO, David was like, hey, do you want to start Heated Rivalry? I was like, yeah. And so we watched the first 2 episodes that same day.
We need a new noun, unless we have one somewhere that starts with a vowel. I think we do. It's cloud, isn't it?
I believe so. And I think that got left down below, though, the notes on cloud. Oh, here it is. Ami is the root. AMI is the protoform.
Give me an actual noun from it.
Amira.
Okay, Amira.
High, long, ah.
That's just
High,
cloud.
long, I. And then low, ra at the end. And that means cloud, if I didn't say that. I heard about Sheep Detectives. Is that out already?
I don't know. Okay. Now we need to go back to this because now there is no KKHIE that it ends with. I need to see if that's a forever thing or just that particular word.
Say that again, sorry.
If you Here, if you look above the day class endings, one of them is KKHIE, and that particular form, it was NGBAR
I think it's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone. So the question is if it's just that form or if it's
It would have to be
all of
after a
them.
vowel, right? I
That's-
think it
that's
would
what I'm
be after
thinking.
a vowel, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's try.
And
No, that's just a regular X.
really? Oh yeah, it says here amichie is fog. But why? Why, David?
I don't know what about that one. No, that's click. There we go.
What'd you find?
H. So if a word ends with an H, it goes to chie.
But is that the H changing and therefore not one of the endings? Because the
Yeah.
root has the H, and so therefore it wouldn't need to be in the list separately from the chie.
It is an H changing, but since it's like a geminate and it becomes kind of the same thing, I almost feel like we should maybe. But I mean, no. Your comment is appreciated and accurate. Is there anything, or is it just gone?
I'm trying to figure out why we said then everything else goes to XX. I guess in the moment it made sense based on what we had currently.
It did make sense because it
But,
was
like,
it was necessary,
Why wouldn't
but it's not really anymore. I can't. Thus far, I can't produce it.
why would we ever have XX before that? Oh my gosh. Intervocalic lenition of affricates, KX goes to XX. Then XX goes to X in intervocalic lenition of geminates. SS, ZZ, and XX all reduce to SZ and X.
Ah,
And so at no point should we have XX in the language anymore outside of the H going to an X.
well then. We will just add barhie to our list of words that need to be added. Okay. That's cool. I like it.
You know what I could go for tonight? People are talking about food in the channel. A little fajoi, vermicelli. Their pork and shrimp.
Yeah.
I just want to toss that out there.
You know, Meridian would love the avocado ones. Yeah.
I think I have successfully tossed it.
There's only one thing I want to check now that I'm thinking about it, because that wasn't the only way that we got those. It wasn't just the chi, it was the H.
Oh, I need to check. Jake said, did I see their Chinese on Discord? And I tell you what, Discord has been very active. And I have been very inactive, and I do apologize.
Big shout out to Christian Siebold. Actually, now we can figure out how do you pronounce your last name? Is it Siebold, Zeibold?
Ooh. Oh, Miles had some.
Stay as well in grammar, Madeline.
Well. Miles is showing me up by literally hand whipping whipped cream. Oh, God, those look good, too. I'm so
Okay.
hungry right now.
Christian Seibold. And I assume that's a regular S, not a German one. So Seibold.
Oh
Seibold.
my gosh, Jake, are you talking? That's not Chinese, is it? The bibimbap, isn't that Korean?
Yes.
But goodness, and I did comment on it, but I forgot how beautiful it was until I just looked at the picture again. Like,
But
oh my gosh, I want that meal right now.
Jake did most recently get Chinese, though.
I see Mateus recently. Like, I don't see pictures.
You know what? That was in the Let's Have a Booba.
Oh, it was in the food, not in Newly Teas?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm behind on LangTime. I can guarantee you I am
It was
behind on.
incredibly succulent.
Let me go to the food channel. Okay, going back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'll give a little heart to that. Oh, that looks amazing, Jake. I hope it tasted as good as it looked. Okay.
Yeah, we already got that. Okay.
Now I have caught up, I believe, on the food photos. And David has almost caught up with the actual work. And I am awaiting now my ring of the relay from the amazing Jake.
Okay. The amazing Jake. Flying through the air with the greatest of ease.
Listen, I would believe that.
I
I believe Jake could fly.
An acrobat plus magician. An acrogician.
That is something. Okay, pets. I did see the pictures. Oh, that's a good picture from today. I did see the earlier pictures, and I think I added reacts to them. I especially loved the snow duckies and Lavuna. That was absolutely fantastic. That is amazing.
Forms of each reposition. What's their?
Patrick, if you are, oh my God, it's a cute octopus sneezing. If you're still here, you know, there could be more linguistic-y names for it, but infinitives in English can just take nominal roles, and so it's really just like an infinitive. You can call it a nominal infinitive. You can call it an object infinitive, but they can take any grammatical nominal role, and so any. They can be subjects like to
like
run
to
is
dream, like to sleep, perchance to dream.
Except you would like at that point there's no verb, but like to dream.
Oh, you're right.
Is a trip. I don't know. But like you could treat it as a subject. You can treat it as a direct object. You can treat it as, in some cases, like an object complement. But like it's really just a feature of English that you can treat these things. Well, and other European languages. It's not like English is special here.
Well, and other languages. It just depends.
Yeah. And so there's, unfortunately, though, I don't think there's not unfortunately, I say fortunately, there's not necessarily a special name you need to think of.
Okay. And then you can, if you can just discount double check. Sorry, if you can double check that I'm doing this right.
I need to be in that one. It'll be easier to see what you're typing over here. Oh, there you are. Okay. I momentarily was like, oh my God, it's not updating. But I was in the wrong little section and saw a different bulleted list.
Also, I need to put the etymologies here. This is from Ich. And then
Okay, that sounds good.
okay, locative now. All right, so locative is okay. This is where. Okay. So. And
Locative was also genitive, correct?
yeah, we haven't gotten there yet. Cloud, and then this is.
I just wanted to make sure I was remembering that.
Right, consonant ending word. And now after a vowel ending word. Yes. Okay. Okay, next. All right. Now we can look at these prepositions in combination with the singulative article O. Historically, the noun case prepositions come first with the singulative article following. Here's the breakdown. Here, and actually I'm gonna put just to emphasize that these are not, I guess singulative actually, this could be singulative as well.
Question.
Yeah.
We shouldn't use the apostrophe after in. That's the full form. We should use the apostrophe when it occurs after you or uo because it represents that we're missing. Or is this tying together like we write it as one word?
Write it as one word.
Okay. And so the apostrophe represents, but we don't write it as one word.
Yeah, and so I know what you're thinking. Yeah, this could be a really long word, unless we do like we did with Ingala, and there's a space before this one, and so this one is actually indicating that an element is missing.
But if we do that, to me, it just, like, I guess it doesn't super make sense to me to write this one as 2 words and this one as 1. Just a second. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. Because I know the inspiration behind some of this was,
supposed to be like
French.
Well, I was going to say
in French, the article glomming is still a separate word, even if it's affected by what happens after.
I was thinking more like we are versus were.
But at that point, the apostrophe represents something that's missing. Whereas in duanamira, there's nothing missing except for the original ng, which has an apostrophe to say something's missing.
Oh. No, I guess you're right.
And so I'm just like, I'm trying to.
Nah, you're right. Nah, you're right. Everybody hear that? If you need to hear it again, it was.
Oh, my taste has to go.
Armitage?
Oh, I
Are we just gonna stop the stream early?
may have missed you and saying goodbye, but have a good sleep.
Spinreis? Spinreis? Do you know what that is if I say that to you? Spinreis?
No,
But it's that it hasn't got a capital.
I'm trying to see where you're even seeing it.
Spinreising. I don't know. Maybe this is Yiddish, not German.
I still don't see where it is. Do I need to go up much higher? Like a spoonerism?
Yeah. Languagist, the full unapostrophed version would be ndun. This is everything from the proto is in there. The whole thing is there. In terms of what percentage of right Jesse was, it would probably be somewhere in the neighborhood of 100. However, that will need to be, verified and tested. Okay, all right, we got that now. So this is going to be non-core plus singulative, and this is going to be locative plus singulative. And so we now need.
My stomach is growling. I'm ready for a more substantial snack or something.
After a syllable with a low or falling down.
Oh, nice, Jonathan. Okay, so it is a back formation of spoonerism, little funsies. And Jonathan said as a compromise between IZE and ISE, they started writing ISZE, which immediately became ISET-E.
Yeah.
And so that is Spoonerisse. But yeah, not an actual thing, a funsy thing. Well, I actually, you know what? I don't know. Is it an actual thing? Do other people say I spoonerize? Maybe that's a thing.
When you agree with somebody, but it's chill. I spoonerize, bro. Bro, what's that even mean? I spoonerize, bro. Okay, after a syllable with a low or falling tone, so that's going to be that. After a syllable with a high tone, it's going to be that.
Last night, David introduced me to Miller Outpost and their epic commercials.
Miller's
Outpost.
Outpost.
Epic commercials from the 70s and 80s. Never heard of them. And David was shocked.
Yeah.
Because David had asked me about like these particular characters in commercials and if I remembered them. And I was like, I don't know at all what you're talking about. So he found a commercial and he's like, look. And then my immediate reaction was, oh, this is absolutely a Southern California thing. Like it's more local. It is not nationwide. And David was like absolutely shocked and then looked up the history and found out that in fact it was more local. And so fun things when you find out that things you grew up with are not shared histories with people of your exact same age in other areas of the same basic region that you lived.
And the thing is, like, when you grow up in Southern California, I think you're somewhat more justified in thinking that a lot of the things you're used to, everybody knows.
No, I actually think I'm more justified in saying that if I saw it on TV, everybody did.
Okay, but like our culture has informed most of television and is packaged and sent to the point where it's like there are a lot of television shows, especially earlier ones that didn't film on location, that it's clear the writers, even though they're writing for a different part of the country, it's clear they're from Southern California.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now this is.
Jonathan, that was like a spoonerism times two, or times 1.5, I guess. Jonathan was attempting to give an example of a spoonerism and said Pavid Jeterson, but it should have been Pavid Dieterson. But like, it's like Jonathan used all three letters and then just tossed the D. I love it.
Okay. Can we get can I just get a quick?
Sorry.
Can I just get a quick proofread? Make sure that this is correct before I delete the table.
Oh, this is what you changed up here, right? Because I had already seen this.
Oh, just the whole thing. So like, if
Okay.
you've already cleared it, then it's cleared. That's fine. But
Well, now I'm worried, so I'm gonna go back and do it all. You have me sufficiently concerned. It's your turn to read chat and respond while I stare.
well, they're all mixing things up now. Lissa Sanguigist. You do indeed, anime fan. One might refer to you as a Sponerisa.
This is me whispering, sorry. I whisper a lot when I'm trying to proofread. I'm going to try to stop, because that could be annoying.
Wisses me whispering. I do have to think, because I'm the one that puts it up, about what a potential poll might be. Because I don't know. I think this subsystem, once Jesse gives it the all clear, is more or less complete and good and wonderful.
I do have one question.
Uh-oh.
We are canceling out the singulative when it occurs with the locative.
No.
Before a vowel.
No, look at the tone.
The tone is low. It's all in the tone, folks. Okay.
Yeah. Remember,
Okay.
that's how it was going to
No,
be fun.
hon,
Yeah.
I don't remember. This is why I asked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Based on the chart, I think it's correct.
Excellent.
And we put the protoforms in the pros, right? So we've got from to go and from to hang. Yes. Yeah. Important things that we have found that need to be noted in documentation.
Yeah. Okay.
And that I think David has started including solely as a concession to me.
Wait, what am I doing now?
Putting those protoforms in.
I mean, it is generally a good idea. Like, it's a type of thing that I wouldn't have done because I was going back to, like, this is a forward-facing document, and this is not the type of thing that you see, like, in a TY, you know, a TY book. But it's like, teach yourself. But then it's like at a certain point, it's like, why? Who is the audience for this? And the audience is primarily us and other conlangers, and they're not going to be mad at this. If anything, it would only be helpful. So why not do it? Yeah.
And I'm going to be real honest for the way my brain works. I would love it if these TY books, I'd never used that before, would include this information because it actually helps me create a memory and it helps me see certain things that have shifted to say like, oh, that's why it's this way in this situation, but not in this other because of this historical sound change. Like it just helps me compartmentalize things to package them because like, well, let's just call it the green owl method of learning where it's just like, oh, just learn how they occur in chunks. I'm really struggling. But when I stop and go to Wiktionary and see where it came from, I'm like, oh, now I can understand why this is the plural form here. Like, you know, see where things are happening really helps me. So I wish there were more information because I feel like if you don't find it useful, it's really easy to skip over those bits.
Sure.
But if you do find it useful, like it would be so helpful
Yeah.
to have that for me.
All right. Well, cool. I do have a potential idea for a poll. But we might need to like we're gonna need to think about it and do a little bit with it, and at the end of it it may be one of those situations where it's like we thought this is going to be a poll, but we've actually just decided. I don't know. So in general, possessors follow possessees and are preceded by the locative.
Are you thinking we're going to do a possession poll
Yeah.
with how different types of possession may actually be non-core rather than locative?
Ndu. Are preceded by the locative ndu. Here are some examples illustrating some of the variation mentioned in the previous section. We need something that can own something. The blank of the blank. And right now, don't worry about if it's alienable or inalienable. We'll figure that out later.
Do you want to try that word again? Okay, we do have fur and, you know, words for squirrel.
Oh, the squirrel's fur, the squirrel's maple seed. What's the word for fur?
Meme is the base. Minla is feather. I'm looking though, where is fur written? Like, oh, that comes from grass. So I don't know that we actually, never mind. We have furry, feather, and grass. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
We do have rock, seed, maple seed,
You know what?
cloud.
I'm realizing that, maybe. Here, let's just write some forms down and we'll see, because we want variation. And so let's start with maple seed is tsunla, and it ends in a vowel, so tsunla. And then give me a flightless squirrel.
CII high tone, KHI high tone, E low tone.
CII high tone.
So the II is high tone.
Uh-huh.
KHIE, and the I is in high tone, E is in low tone.
Gosh. Got it. Okay. The maple seed of the squirrel. And so that would be do. And now let's do it with singulative. It should be duo.
Yeah, I find it interesting, Magpie, because for me as a language learner, I get very frustrated how many people are trying to take the patterns out of language learning, which is effectively what linguistics is. But it's like so much of the theory is, oh, we need to make it more like how babies acquire it because it's just through like sheer exposure.
Because of Chomsky.
But like that doesn't work when you're in a classroom ever, I don't think, because it's like you're not actually being exposed full time to the language. And then on top of that, like you're having these very forced conversations where it's like, this isn't going to mimic anything I want to do. And it could be very difficult and jarring for, again, for people who think like I do, where it's like the patterns actually help me learn.
It's also weird because like there have been a lot of major findings in the subfield of acquisition. And like one of the major, most basic, easiest, simplest findings is that kids learn language different from adults. Like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more basic you can get. So yeah, why you would try to mimic the environment of a child for an adult learning a language doesn't make any sense.
And then even if you do, they need to be immersed in it 24/7
Yeah.
for it to have a chance of being effective. And even then it's, especially when you're in a classroom of other language learners, so they're making mistakes that you end up picking up on because it's like, oh, this is just how we say it in class. And suddenly you're doing things that you never did before, like me llamo es, and it's like you're doing that because so-and-so sitting next to you in class does it and it got stuck in your brain. Anyway.
Yeah. So what's the word for rock?
Rock was up top. Just a second. I was down below to see that list. Rock. Kuchie. K-U, high tone, K-H-I-E. Kuchie.
Right.
Hail is kuola.
You got anything that ends in a consonant?
Well, we have that seed is going to be tun. Well, with a class ending?
Yeah, I know.
No, because class endings are all vowels.
Yeah.
And so we're not going to get,
Well, that's a thing, isn't it?
in this particular location, like for these coming after a consonant, to me would be something that's like an argument coming after probably some verb form or something that's going to be potentially consonantal.
Consonantal, right?
I believe I can say it how I want to say it.
Okay. The other thing is that we can have suffixes that are just fall into one class or the other that happen in a consonant. And the other is that we can have, irregular certain nouns that happen to end in a consonant that are just fitted into one class or the other. And we just don't happen to yet. But either way, that's not really the important thing as we look forward to the poll. The question, we wanted to ask was, are we going to have different types of possession? And if so, how is it going to be reified?
Is it reified?
It was. Then the great vowel shift happened.
It didn't affect that one. It wasn't a long vowel.
It was.
No, it's reified.
No, it is a long vowel.
If it were, it'd be spelled with two.
No. But it is. Anyway. All right. So option A is no distinction, obviously. Option B is yes distinction, how? And I do have a idea, maybe?
Well, if we're going to be pedantic, you have an idea?
Yeah, I know.
This is me getting petty after David corrected my pronunciation.
I had an idea, but I don't know if it makes sense. Because, no, it doesn't make sense. So never mind.
Well, according to this dictionary, we're both wrong, and it's consonantal.
Nobody says that. It's consonantal.
I'm sorry. This is just letting you know. According to that pronunciation guide, it's consonantal. J. Petty.
Yeah, here we go. No, that's the UK pronunciation.
I was in an American dictionary
First listing in Wiktionary, consonantal.
for the UK.
No, US. Ooh, let's hear this Southern English pronunciation. Southern England.
Consonantal.
It's very English.
Hmm.
Okay. So another option is that non-core. So
Karis, I like that argument. I think you might be right. I like Jonathan's suggestion. We're going to switch to consonantal. Just kind of, I had to make it like a higher tone to hit it.
So locative equals alienable.
To me, a potential inalienable is no marking, just side by side.
Let's. All right. So then, wait. Did you say inalienable or alienable?
Inalienable side by side, alienable because it hangs with the possessor.
Okay.
Where, yeah, apposition would be the more fancy term.
I have an idea for C. It's since the non-core comes from go, then C would be like locative. It's hanging from you, so it's inalienable. If it goes and then hangs from you, then it's alienable.
Oh, I like that.
Okay. Do we like these four?
I do.
Then I guess we are done at 4 p.m.
And it honors our not last poll, 3 polls ago, because possession is still locative.
Mm-hmm.
The question is just, should we make some sort of distinction?
Yep.
I like it.
All right. Excellent.
Yay.
Put that in red so we remember. Oh, goodness. Man, after how the day started. We started on time. We ended on time. We started smoothly, cleanly, with no issues at all.
I like this version of today. We're gonna stick with it.
All right. And was I really close? Was I really close the whole time? Did nobody say anything?
I feel like you backed me up, but then put yourself bigger.
I didn't want to do that. I don't look good bigger.
I think you always look good.
Not bigger. Well, thank you all very much. I think this was a very good and very productive day.
Yay! And we look forward to seeing you next week. Or this weekend, this Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday.
For patrons. We will have a patron-only live stream on Saturday to do something. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But something.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that'll be at 1 p.m. Pacific.
All right. Cool. Well, stay grammar, everybody, while you can. You know, if you're going outdoors, take an umbrella so that you stay grammar underneath.
I think it stopped raining though.
Did it ever start raining?
Oh gosh, it was raining all morning.
Seriously?
Yeah. That's why they stopped doing the landscaping.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. I told Meridian that it wasn't going to rain today because it said in the weather app that there was a 0% chance of rain today.
And I told you that I read a meteorology article and that for the rest of the week we need to just expect potential rain.
Huh. All right.
And I think I was correct.
I think you were too.
All right, everyone. Bye. Happy Thursday. Stay grammar.
Bye.